Alright guys, here we have the Windows 10 Enterprise Technical Preview. Just came out today. One of the things that I've been getting questions about is how does it work with multiple monitors. So here we have Windows 10 actually installed inside a virtual machine in VMware Workstation 9. We've got dual monitors set up. We have the bars across the bottom where we can open up and create new desktops. Add additional virtual desktops and things. You can see both of the sets of desktops on either monitor, and you've got the link to go to either desktop on either monitor as well. So looking at multiple monitors, no problem there. The setup is the same as you're used to already. You've got your multiple monitors here. You can check whichever one you want to be primary, whichever one you want to be mirrored or have the desktop on. No problems there. But one of the new features they showed was the snapping capabilities. So how does that work, and what about hotkeys and things like that? Do they work as well? So if you go to, or if you use your Windows keys, window left and right, you still have that functionality like you did before. But what about quadrants? Because they have the ability to snap to quadrants now. Well, I can press up, down, left, right, mini, over here on the side. It depends on if you have a Windows Store app, like this one here. The People app, it supports certain types of snapping. So it has a little mini version that it goes to, and then it has I'm trying to scoot this back so you guys can see, and then it has more of a linear version, and then a full-size version, and then a right-hand version, but it doesn't have a quadrant-based version of that app. So if it's a Windows Store app, that may come into play. Now on something else, like let's say just Explorer or any other kind of made straight for Windows desktop app, not a Windows tiled or Metro style app, you can use left, up, shrinks it down super tiny, big, bottom right hand corner, and all I'm using is my left and right keys. I don't know if you can tell here, but let me get over here. I'm just using my left and right arrow keys to get that functionality. Now one of the things you'll notice is that no matter how many times I hit the right arrow, it never goes over to the other screen. I actually kind of like that because I like it being centered on the screen that I'm on. Now if I drag it over here to this monitor, now I can use my Windows left, right, quadrant based
message from Judah, John,
to snap it to whatever screen I want and whatever quadrant I want it on. Full screen or minimized completely out of the way. So again, just using Windows and any of your arrow keys will automatically put it up there. No problem. Now of course you got some other shortcuts too, like Windows and some of the number keys that'll put them in quadrants and things like that. Now what about other apps that show up? So let me drag these back over here and I'll open up, let's say we'll do another, like say the video menu, something like that. Alright, so when I go and drag this over to the right, you see the other menus and applications that I have open. You can click, it'll full screen it. Now what about other ones that are in the background? Oop. Minimize that out of the way. We'll move some of these over here to the secondary monitor so you can see that it still works over there as well. If I move and put this over here on the side, it still shows me all of the other apps that I have open, regardless of the monitor they're open on, and which quadrant do I want to open it up on. So if you can see, over here, I already have the calendar app open, but it's showing me the calendar app over here as available underneath this quadrant on the second monitor. When I click, it moves it from over there and puts it over here. So it's actually pretty cool. Now the only bad thing that I've found so far about this is that it's not smart enough to know how to handle all this once you're done and you don't have any empty open space. So for instance, if I click down here and I want to open up one of these other options on this screen, like say videos, actually I already had videos open, say the People app, it just opens it back up over here, and there's no way for me to pick or snap it over here like that quick selection menu goes. Now I can just say hit right or up or down, or just like we did before, But simply dragging this over here to the right doesn't open up anything over here on the left. You have to have nothing there first before it will show you what else do you want to snap on this side. So if you already have both quadrants filled up and you drag a new item to the right, it will not open up this quadrant select area or recently used apps area unless it's already blank and there's nothing there. So that's it so far for just the multiple desktop feature and the snapping feature and the dual monitor feature. Come back with more later. Thanks.